Yeah, now let's see what are the questions asked in regulatory affairs interview. Yeah, as a entry level professionals, the basic question you can expect from the interviewer is what is regulatory affairs, because you are getting into regulatory affairs department and you have to know what exactly RA professionals do in pharmaceuticals or medical devices, or it can be food and cosmetics. Yeah, everywhere what RA professionals do is they ensure the quality, safety, and efficacy of the product. And yeah, this is the bare minimum answer they would expect from the entry levels. The second basic question you can expect on regulatory bodies, um, like it can be all over the world. I don't say you have to prepare or you have to remember throughout the world. Like there are some regulatory bodies which they pinpoint on, like US, EU, Australia, India, China, Brazil, South Africa. So just go through some notable countries and you can just easily answer those. Yeah, the next basic question you can expect on drug approval process in any of the countries. So the basic or the countries which they pinpoint is US and EU, because these two have a very stringent regulations comparing to any other countries. So please make sure you go through these two processes before giving the interview. If you want a gist on this, check out my videos, you'll find one for sure. Okay, you can also expect questions on what is IND, NDA, BLA, ANDA, MA, and CTA. So now let's see what is INDA. INDA is nothing but an investigational new drug application which is submitted to the US authority in order to conduct clinical trials on human beings. Yeah, once the clinical trials results are successful, a company can file an application called NDA, that is new drug application. So once the NDA is approved, the company can market the product. If a company wants to prepare a generic drug based on the branded drug, they can file an application called ANDA, that is for that is called abbreviated new drug application. These applications are for USA. So now let's see MA. MA is nothing but a marketing authorization application which has four different parts like decentralized, centralized, mutual recognition, and national procedures. If you want a gist on this, please check on my videos, you can easily find it. And now let's see what is CTA. CTA is a terminology which is used in UK, Canada, and it used to be used in Europe as well, but now it got changed to CTIS, that is Clinical Trial Information System. So in US it is IND EA, in Europe it's CTIS, in rest of the countries it's like somewhere it's CTA, somewhere it's CTA permission. In India it's CTA permission. So every country has its own terminology. Yeah, if you are giving an interview for product lifecycle department, definitely you'll get question from the interviewer. That is what is variation and post approval supplement. Yeah, the variation and post approval supplement are all the same, but the thing is in US it's called post approval supplement and in Europe it's called variation. Yeah, now let's see what is variation and what is post approval supplement. So if there is any change to the approved dossier, in that case the manufacturer can submit a variation or post approval supplement. So for example, if a NDA is submitted and it got approved and the manufacturer wants to change something in it, it can be dosage form, it can be site, or it can be site owner, or it can be a manufacturing process. So for say the product is approved as tablet, but the manufacturer wants to change the uh, like tablet to syrup. In that case, the dosage form is changed. So then the manufacturer has to submit either a variation or post approval based on the country you are submitting to. So you can uh, have this, I mean, like there are different types of variations and different types of post approval supplements. It will be discussed in the upcoming videos. Yeah, sometimes interview can also ask you about DMF, that is drug master file, and CPP, that is certificate of pharmaceutical product, ASMF, that is active substance master file, CP, that is certificate of suitability, IMPD, that is investigation medicinal product dossier. This is the most asked question in regulatory affairs interview: what is CTD and what is ECTD? CTD and ECTD are all the same. The thing is, CTD is a paper submission and ECTD is an electronic submission. The modules, there are five modules in this. Like module 1 is administrative information, module 2 is summaries of module 3, 4, and 5. Module 3 is CMC, module 4 is non-clinical, module 5 is clinical. So yeah, even you'll have a brief gist on this in the upcoming videos. Please stay tuned for the same. Okay, you can also expect questions on what is ICH and what are the guidelines provided by ICH. So ICH provides guidelines on quality, safety, and efficacy of for the product. So if you remember, regulatory professionals will also ensure the quality, safety, and efficacy of the product. So those quality, efficacy, and safety guidelines are provided by these ICH, and those were followed by the regulatory professionals in order to ensure the same. So these are very important.